you beautiful people panicking in chat. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Good evening. Welcome to 40k After Dark, our friendly Friday show, which is normally not really about 40k at all. Like, if you've been here before, you all know it's not normally about 40k at all. It will start off about 5 minutes, and then it will be random nonsense, terrible jokes, and me drinking mead. And I am exhausted today, so the mead is probably going to hit me like a fucking freight train. Anyway, welcome everybody. I hope you're doing well. If you haven't already hit all of those magical buttons, I see 25 of you have already done this. Look at you lot, behaving yourself. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And tonight is actually kind of, the topic for tonight is actually kind of an extended thank you, to be honest with you. Yes, minor clickbait title. I thought, fuck it, why not? It's Friday, innit? It's Friday the 13th. But talking about Friday the 13th, we basically had almost all of our bad luck last night, okay? If you hung out with us last night, if you came and watched the boarding action stream that we did last night, Joe, myself and Brom, it was supposed to be me versus Brom. It ended up being Brom versus Joe as I sat on the deck and tried to fix the stream all night. BT, my service provider, my internet service provider, had a major outage supposedly on the south coast in Southampton area, and it caused me many problems, to the point where actually on occasion it wasn't really worth watching. And the reason why this is an extended thank you is because it was very tempting at that point to just go off, get red, off, not interesting. This is too much, like get rid of it, like it does not working, it's dropping frames, go. Right, okay. However, last night was also special. We had 394 people watching our boarding action stream at one point, which is, for us, with a standard non-collaboration battle report stream, is fucking high, by the way.
The highest ever?
I think it might be the highest non-collaboration stream we've ever had in our tiny little garage without having someone like Titans with us, for example. So that was insane. So that was one reason why we didn't just quit, because we're like, we can't just quit. We've got 400 people watching, basically. We can't just quit. And the other thing was, the reason why the stream says nearly quit, thank you chat, is because you people in chat, your words of wisdom, encouragement, your kindness, your jokes, your banter, your stupid super chats was basically one of the reasons why we all kept going, why we all stuck around, why we worked our asses off to keep the stream moving last night. So tonight is a cheers chat, big thank you, because it was in fact very tempting to turn it off and go, fuck this. Internet's, especially when it's out, like when it's one of those problems that's out your hands as well. Like when you have no choice because it's BT, it's very easy to be like, nah, fuck this. But because of you people, we stuck around.
I guess it does sort of set you apart from others, because I think I would have been a person that's gone, it's a sign, I can't fix it, this is not the product quality I wanted to put out, so I'm logging off. I know there's nearly 400 people, but I can't give them the quality that I want to.
And do you know what? That's one of the reasons why we were so close to shit canning it and quitting, was simply because we typically, right, okay, numbers wise for you beautiful people, when we do bat report streams, we typically go out to 200 to 250 people. Normally, that's kind of the standard number that we go out to. 200 to 250 people is average for us, I would guess. Pretty normal. So when last night I say we have 400, we're nearly doubling what is essentially our average, okay? And it's because Boarding Actions is new and Boarding Actions is exciting. And we did our first Boarding Action stream on Tuesday to our Gold tier and above members, and it was wildly popular. Members only streams, we beat those numbers that we normally get for members only streams, and we're like, oh, this is doing quite well. So when we then have what is clearly an audience which is bigger than normal because people are interested in boarding actions, and we finally have this opportunity to showcase what we can do in the kind of stream that we can put out, and then something that's wildly out of your hands goes, fuck you, Liam, and stops you from being able to do it, it is soul destroying. I was sat there last night behind the deck. Joe could see it. You guys couldn't. I was crushed behind there, frantically flapping, trying to change settings just to try and stabilise the internet enough that you could at least watch it, right? The fact that you stuck around, all of you stuck around, the fact that at the end of the game we spoke and chatted about boarding actions for half an hour post-final dice roll, we still had 272 people listening to Joe rambling on, is amazing. So thank you, chat. Cheers. This one's for you. This stream tonight's for you. You guys are amazing. We wildly appreciate it. Before the stream went off last night, 300 likes on it.
Nice.
Incredible. So thank you. I think actually we've had some good feedback afterwards. People have said it's not that bad watching it on demand because the audio doesn't really drop. It's just a couple of choppy images. I have been frantically testing internet this evening before we went live and checking my upload speeds, as the OnlyThanes will tell you, because I actually posted a picture in OnlyThanes going, look, I'm proof it's working right now. It's working, before we go live. And I've actually ordered another £570 computer part in the hope that on the off chance the computer was part of the problem last night, I'm going to remove that issue as well. So... thank you, chat. You guys are amazing. I know some of you.
It's really hard to bounce back from it as well, because it's such a defeatist thing of, man, that's out there now.
So for me personally, one of the biggest problems as well is I was supposed to be playing last night. One of the biggest problems I have is once I step behind that deck because there's major technical issues, and poor old Joe and even Brom can't fix those issues because they don't stream. Like, they don't know what, like, I'm not being rude to Joe or Brom here, because the pair of them were amazing last night and they just kept going. And how lucky am I to have two people like that through that nonsense and shit and me swearing and fucking literally pulling my hair out behind the scenes, they just kept playing. They kept going. They kept playing. They kept performing. They were fantastic. At one point, the scoreboard was wildly out of kilter and out of date because I didn't have it right. For ages, there was one point for ages they weren't playing with a dice trapper. They didn't say anything, even without the dice tracker, because they knew I was pulling cables and plugging cables back in. They just kept going. They just kept playing. Amazing, those two.
Do you know what baffles me about live TV is so they kept going, trying to ignore what's going on in their peripheral without drawing too much attention to it. Live TV, how do you keep going when you've got a producer in your earpiece telling you?
I know.
How do you not? Because I'm terrible. If I'm trying to write something down and there's a radio on in the background, I start writing down what the radio's saying. I remember writing something down on a care plan, and I read my sentence. And it was something about a hot air balloon ride, and I was like, for fuck's sake. Now I've got to initial that, let my manager know.
So you guys are incredible. Thank you. You're amazing. In the meantime, another round of thank yous. Here for a good time. Welcome to the channel as a sculptor. You'll get access to all of our members only content. Thank you. ! Discord, come and join us. Chris, you've chosen to spend your own money. It's the right life choice. Thank you, Chris. You will keep Discord access for that. You don't get members only content, but I don't know if you care about that. Easton, you've gifted 1. You're a legend. Thank you. Tim, you gifted 10. You're a legend. Thank you. James Hobbs has super chatted a hot dog to feed the kids. Yeah, so last night's one of those rare nights where it was a bit crushing. There's a couple of occurrences in the past where we've had technical issues. That's just part of live TV. That happens. And often you can go, shit, I need to just do this or just do this, and it fixes it and we're okay, right? It's good. When it's something that is out of your control, that is one of the biggest stresses about live TV. So there is bonuses and negatives. There's bonuses and negatives to streaming and live streaming. Now, I personally prefer live TV. I'm thinking you guys are probably aware of that right now, considering we do 4 to 5, now nearly 6 streams a week. I personally prefer live TV. In live TV, the stress all happens normally before the fact and during the fact. In pre-recorded, it just happens after the fact. So a lot of people look at live TV and go, well, you don't have any of that editing burden. You don't have to do any fancy graphics editing. No, you've got to find ways of making that happen fucking live to start with. And then Joe will tell you, Luce will tell you, we're in the garage from mid-afternoon at the latest, testing, checking, plugging things in, setting all the cameras up, checking all the angles, checking all the focus, checking all the white balances, making all the graphics, making the army photos. We do everything beforehand. There's that stress to start with. That's not the editing afterwards, but it's the beforehand piece. And then at the point at which you go live, you just need to basically pray to the Omnissiah, pray to the machine god, that everything just works for you. Because if one thing has a hiccup, like last night, you're on your arse.
I feel like the internet fairy goes, no.
No, not tonight. Not tonight. But, you know. I was in a bad mood. Like Luce will tell you, I came in here at one point to reset the router with a face like fucking thunder. I was in a bad mood last night. But
no, do you know what? You didn't look like you were in a bad mood. You looked like someone who'd walked out of a room because there's an absolute Barney going on in there, and you're just like, I'm getting out of that room. That's what you look like. That's why I was like, what's happening? It's very quiet back there. Yeah. You look like there's a Barney going on.
There was no Barney. I was just wildly stressed. But like...
Well done for making it through last night. I can imagine the pressure you were under after watching it back. Congratulations, and Custodes. Winking
Thanks,
face.
Paul. Paul, genuinely. But this is what I'm saying, right? You don't need to super chat this thing last night because a lot of you did it last night. But the words of encouragement, the well wishes, the congratulations, the thank yous, the well dones that we got yesterday. At the end of the stream, I was tired, more mentally tired than I normally am at the end of the stream. But I was like, you guys had cheered me up, and Brom and Joe and them, they're just soldering on and cheered me up. It was really good. It was just really lovely. And I think that I've talked to a few people recently about this live community that we're building here. And I actually, last night is one of those occasions that shows me that what we're building is in fact a very, very, very special live community. And that's all you people. That's all 244 of you in chat right now. That's not me. I said this before, like, we create the space. You guys make the space. So thank you, people, because I've seen other streams for other YouTubers, and I've seen this in gaming YouTubers, I've seen this in 40k YouTubers, I've seen this in many other streams in Twitch where they have technical issues and their numbers drop like a fucking stone and just don't recover. So the fact that you lot not only I don't know if you're just, maybe it was just that you liked watching the torture. Maybe they're all just sadists. They like watching people fail around, but the fact that you stuck around and then when we reset it, you all came back. Chat.
Do you know
It's
what
special to me.
my sort of hatred of radio is? When you get your radio DJ chatting on the first few seconds of a song and they speak over the first few lyrics. That's my pet hate. So if that was something that could go wrong, talking over something, that'd be me like, oh, it's unwatchable, can't. It's unlistenable, it's unwatchable, I can't do it.
Gaz says you could just turn on 2 lights and record it on your phone. Gareth.
Yeah.
If I'm asking people to pay for content, I like to improve my quality and try and continuously improve my quality because I'm expecting people, or at least asking people, I should say, to pay for my content. Okay? Anyway, big thank you, Jarl Grimnar, Cornet Ed, and Carl of Hodgie have all been gifting. Jarl gave 1, Cornet Ed gave 5, Carl gave 5. You're all heroes. Thank you so much for gifting memberships. If you have picked yourself up a membership to the Great Hall, and you want to see what this epic gaming community is all about, ! Discord in the chat. Come and join us. Come and join us. Because we're creating our own little cult right now. That's why I said cult.
It's a friendly cult.
It's a friendly cult.
Yeah.
We have faith in you, Liam. Plus, we became the stream. You did indeed become the stream. I'm forever told I'm special. Not sure it's always a compliment. Crisis, on Sunday, if you're about, nudge me. I need to sort out your voucher from last night. I haven't done it today because I've been busy getting stabbed by a million tiny pricks.
DW, at least this weekend all you have to worry about is some sort of narrative event. I have totally read the 68-page book of rules for it.
Hey, James, neither have I, don't worry.
You can quickly skim it together.
It's just 68 pages, right? It's less than a codex plus a rulebook. It's probably simpler than Games Workshop stuff, you know? War Master Wolf says, come join us, we don't bite unless you ask. This is in fact very true. I'm going to trust you guys over Google, but I'm suspicious. What are you suspicious about? Google tells me Barney, plural Barneys, obsolete UK slang, a lark, a romp, some fun, which is the opposite of that. No, that's not what a Barney is.
Yeah,
a Barney is an
what?
argument.
That's not what it is.
Nick, I think Google's lying to you, right? You're right to say I'm going to trust you guys over Google. I like the fact that he said, but I'm suspicious, okay?
I was told a new word today by one of my homeschool friends. Let me just...
Is this a real, actual word?
Nesh.
What?
Nesh.
What the fuck is Nesh?
Susceptible to the cold. Is well Nesh. She's now well Nesh in my phone.
I think it was my title artist today was saying something about. I think it was him today. Was saying something about something being peng.
Peng.
P-E-N-G.
Peng.
I don't know what it means. Don't ask what it means. I don't know what it means.
Penguin.
No, just peng.
Peng.
Have you ever heard of that chat? You know what that is?
Peng.
Fucking John McCardle. I love you, John. You're my hero. We're going to set a new target then, John, are we? What's it going to be? Tell me, sir. John is one of those members in chat who's super, super special. Okay? He's just super, super special. Thank you, John. You're amazing. Nesh is totally a word, says Boris.
Yeah, never heard it before.
Ozzy says, I am indeed well Nesh.
I looked at her and I was like, what?
It's not real.
What did you just say?
Nerdachino says, Barney is short for Barney Rubble, which in Cockney Rhymer slang is trouble. There you go. That's where it came from. It's like talking to kids. It's like talking to my kids. What's peng? Someone tell me what peng is. I don't know what that means.
Peng.
My bud's peng, says Doctor. I don't know what it.
Good. Oh, it's well peng, innit?
Laura says Nash is used in Nottingham. Is it?
Peng. I think peng is good. That's well good, innit? That's
Is
well
it?
Peng. Yeah. Do you do that like that?
I don't, you can't. People can't. Lying to Americans about British slang is known by Americans to be a common British pastime. I'm sure it probably actually is, to be fair. A firing pistol makes peng, says Henrik Lujman, who also says it's German for boom. Is it?
That's well boom.
This is 475, says John. Okay, good man. Good man, John. I'll sort that out for you now, sir. 475.
Peng.
You legend.
It's southeast London. Good. Been around forever.
Is it?
Yeah.
How do we not know these words?
Because we're not young, babe. We're not young. It's time to face it now.
There's a few words I say, and Lucy's looking at me like, "What the fuck have you just said?" I'm like, "I'm trying to be down with the kids.
Yeah.
We're in the social media world." She's like, "That's not a word." I'm like, "It
But
is."
our kids aren't down with the kids.
What was one of the
so-
ones I used? I can't remember one of the ones I used the other day was. I can't remember what it was, and she looked at me like I was foreign. Honestly, I was like, "It's a word. It's definitely a thing. People say it. It's definitely a thing."
Oh, I like Kai's definition. Peng means superior quality.
Does it? I'm going to Google it right now. We have a Easton, you silly person. Welcome to Thanes.
Oh, I've got another one.
Yes, and that means you can now join OnlyThanes. Pictures of feet and stuff. There's a link in Discord that now you've upgraded. Once Discord catches your updated membership, it will... Why is my volume just randomly dropping on the computer? It will now pick up that you have the Thane membership, and you'll be able to see the link that will bring you in to the OnlyThanes WhatsApp chat. That is the chat where it's all happening. Peng definition.
I have another one.
Okay.
You know how we've got chavs and townies?
Yeah.
Well, now there's roadman.
I think I've heard that one before.
Roadman, yeah.
Peng, very appealing, attractive, or impressive. Used as a general term of approval. She looks ridiculously peng.
No, see, they're making it too posh with ridiculously.
Peng,
well
that's
peng.
number one.
She looks well peng.
Google's a liar, Liam. Learn from my mistakes, says Nick Mason. 100%. Do Brits find penguins attractive? Yes. Yes,
They're
we
very
do. Never liked penguins. Brilliant. We're just gobbling up penguins now, despite the fact today, Lise, you booked us a trip to the zoo next Friday specifically to see penguins.
Because it's International Penguin Day.
International Peng Day.
No, penguin.
Do we have to use the word peng all day next
No,
week?
penguin. They're vicious. They'll have you. If I tell them he's making fun of your name, they'll have your eye out. They will. They can jump pretty high.
So one of the other reasons...
Custodies are well peng.
I mean,
peng.
fits. Absolutely fits. Thanks, Kai, for the big donation. You're a
But
hero.
are they well mesh?
And we've just had another new member as well, who is Collider115. Welcome, dude. Welcome to the channel. One of the other reasons why we were able to keep going last night, in all seriousness, was because we were playing boarding actions, right? So we, as a team, really liked Arcs of Omen and Abaddon and boarding actions as a rule set, and we, as a team, chatted to each other about, do we do some boarding actions content, don't we, don't we? And we said yes, we do, because we want to, and we thought it could be fun and interesting and be a bit different from everybody else. What we didn't expect was for the incredible...
Paid off my siege debt, so stop moaning and get yourself Black Templars reinforcements.
I was talking to James today, yes, and don't worry, we'll get them sorted soon. Well, I say soon, it'll take them a while, as you well know. But yes, thank you so much for the super chat, you're a hero. What was I saying? You've completely thrown me. Yeah, boarding actions. We're like, oh, so it might be... Thank you, Eston, by the way, and Kai. That's two massive donations from two absolute legends of the channel. I very much appreciate it. When we get Super Secret Project Studio, we'll put your names up on the wall alongside John McCardles and Carl of Hodges and Tim Chasers. These people just need to have, like, engraved bricks on the wall because they've just basically helped build that empire. Anyway, we thought boarding actions would be quite popular in terms of it being slightly different, but we didn't genuinely think it would get the numbers that we have seen it attract over the course of the last 7 days. And so the other reason why it was, not just because of you guys, but the other reason why it was so easy to continue is because actually I'm currently loving that way of playing 40k. although we saw, spoiler alert to that, chat, if you haven't watched it, fingers and ears for 5 minutes. Although we saw two absolute bummings last night, where you see two very different lists fight each other on what happens in boarding actions. That's the people that have the fingers in their ears.
I was going to say, you should have come up with a signal for when you're done.
Yeah. So although we saw that, last night, I think it's fucking fantastic.
Barry Dick is not paying.
Barry Dick is not paying. That's the truth, Luce, isn't it?
What?
Barry Dick.
Oh, that guy.
That's an in joke.
What a prick.
Okay, right. Some of you know we have our own PO box, and some people have started sending us some stuff to our PO box. So Carl, who is a legend, has started making a Space Marine chapter for the channel, and he sent me the recipe, which is written down, which I'm going to be posting in Discord. So if anyone wants to help grow the channel Space Marine chapter, you can buy yourself some Space Marines or pick up some from your pile of shame, paint them in the colours that Carl has given us, send them in, and in the future we might be able to field a full Space Marine chapter donated from the Great Hall. That'd be fucking cool and fun and interesting, right? So he's been sending that to the PO box. Brighthammer sent me a Adeptus Purgatos mission Battle Force box because he saw me talking about Sisters Battle and said, do you want this? I was like, yeah, cool. So he sent that to the PO box. So people have been really lovely and kind and genuine and been sending nice things to the PO box, which is amazing. Rimney decided he had three big boxes to send to the PO box. I still, at this point, don't know what's in them, but he wanted to send them, which is lovely. And I'm never going to say no to people that want. In fact, it might even get to the point that there's a feature on the Liam and Joe show where we open fan mail. I mean, we're not that big yet, but in the future, right? One day that could happen. Mm-hmm. Okay? So Rimney decided he was going to send some parcels.
If you haven't bought the donut maker yet, here, go get it and feed your kids.
I mean, Mandy, I'm not going to lie, but a donut maker wouldn't just be feeding the kids. Although I'm just not supposed to be eating donuts and stuff right now. But, you know, if we have a donut maker. So poor old Rimney decided he was going to send some stuff. I say poor old. He decided he was going to send some stuff to the PO box, which is, oh, by the way, thank you, Mandy, for the donation. You're also a legend. And there was three big boxes. So what he did was he went onto the Tinterwebs and he found a company to collect his parcels from him and ship them, in fact, because it's overseas, to me here in the UK, to us, in the PO box. And he used a company called Parcel Force, which is a well-known company in the UK for shipping and sending parcels. And these parcels weren't cheap to ship with Parcel Force, and he had to fill it all in on his computer, print his label out, or stick it to the parcel. They then came to his house, picked the fucking parcel up. Okay? This happened in December. Then, sometime at the start of this month, we had a missed parcel notification. No, we had a letter come through saying...
Because the PO box, so I'm kind of like your PA for nonsensical things that will get put underneath a Games Workshop delivery, so it ends up on my desk because then it actually gets sorted.
Yes.
So I opened the letter and it said, there's a problem with your address, so we still have the parcel. Now I ask you, chat, if there's a problem with the address, how the fuck did the letter get here?
We actually asked them that question.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we were like, how can we have a problem with our address? And we've got the letter, you fucking idiots. Anyway, we then got hold of the sorting office where this parcel was supposedly stored, and they said 2 weeks has passed. We've already sent it back. Like, what? And we looked at the date on the letter, and it's taken basically 3 weeks to get to us because of postal strikes.
There is no date on the letter.
Oh, there's no date on the letter.
Yeah,
okay.
I said that to them. I was like, why haven't
But
you
they'd already
dated
sent it back because the letter was sent out 3 weeks ago and we didn't get it because of postal strikes. Not our fault, not our problem. So they've returned this parcel to sender. And we couldn't work out. I was like, Lucy, have you ordered anything? She's like, no, honest. And I hadn't ordered anything, honest. And so we had no idea what it was that was trying to be delivered to us that somehow couldn't get to our address despite the fact that the letter could get to our address. Then poor old Rimney messages me on Discord and says, hey, Liam, I'm just wondering, did you get the 3 parcels that I sent? And I was like, how did you send them? He went, Parcel Force. I was like, yes, we found it. We found the mystery parcel. No, parcels. There were supposedly 3, but we only got 1 missed parcel tracking number notification ever. So we then were able to go back to Parcel Force and say, right, you fuckers, here's the 3 original labels and all the tracking numbers. Where the fuck's our stuff? And they tracked it and went, yeah, we don't deliver to PO boxes. So why did they let him buy the fucking shipping labels?
Well, when I first called them up, they gave me the postcode of Portsmouth Port, and I was like, "This isn't the sender's address. People don't live on the port. That's logistics. That's not residential. Well, that's the sender's postcode. No, it can't be." So then, after the 5th phone call, I think about 2 hours, I invested in this time. The guy was like...
Luce was just phoning random people in ports at this point.
Ended up speaking to someone in Jersey. That was nice, yeah. Completely mispronounced the address because it sounded French. So I was like, is there someone in France that sent something?
Anyway, we finally found out that they couldn't actually deliver to PO boxes, supposedly. Parcel Force, one of the leading parcel companies in the UK, I think formerly owned by Royal Mail, cannot deliver to a Royal Mail PO box. I don't understand why.
So if you're going to send anything, which is lovely, and you're sending to the PO box, please don't use
Parcel Force because they're fuckers. So I have encouraged gently Rimney to raise a complaint with Parcel Force and ask them to refund all 3 packages because they shouldn't have let him put it in on the website. Yeah. They shouldn't have let him print the labels. They shouldn't have picked it up and left the house. Like, you'd expect the Parcel Force to pick it up, look at the label and go, "Oh, it says PO box, mate. We can't deliver to PO boxes. We can't." But no, because these are in Jersey, they got on a boat, they came all the way to the UK, they went out for delivery, Parcel Force, like they literally went out on, someone in the fucking sorting office at Parcel Force put them on a lorry. Yeah. And they off went the lorry, off he drove, and he went, "Oh, it says a PO box, I can't deliver there." How did it get that far before someone in Parcel Force went, "Oh, we can't deliver to a PO box"?
What was slightly worrying was when I called Portsmouth the 3rd time, and I spoke to a man called Lee, and he was on the phone to me for about half an hour, and it sounded like he was stood in a room with miscellaneous parcels that all had problems with their addresses, and he said to me, "Do you know how big it is?" And I went, "No." "Well, do you know who sent it?" "No." "Do you know how many there are?" "No."
Yeah.
"Do you know when he sent it?" "No."
So first things first, fuck Parcel Force, right? Secondly, what we then found out was at least 1, if not now 2 of the parcels, and Rimney's also chased it from his end, have been signed for by a man called Barry Dick. I don't think it's a real name.
Barry, we're coming.
Barry, if you're watching, where's my fucking parcels?
What? So 2 of them have now been signed for by Barry.
Apparently,
Dick.
2 of them I think are now with Barry Dick. I think.
I'd be door to door on my street. Are you called Barry?
You live in Jersey, Rimney, right? You must know everyone. It's not very big, is it? Oi, Barry. But apparently, according to Rimney, what goes on is they go to a sorting place in the UK and they only ever ship them over when there's enough to fill a container on a boat.
Oh my God. Okay.
So it might be sat there for a while yet. Unless we all send something to Jersey. Then we can get it over. We can push it over the line, Luce, then.
Push it over the line.
We can get it all. Oh, by the way, I didn't know sorry, chat, I'm going to do a bit of business. Did you see on the website we sold another set of objective markers?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll do that now.
I think that happened last night, so.
I'm sorry. Sorry, chat. Sorry.
No, I forgot to let you know. I get the email notification. I need to send an auto forward onto you so you see it as well.
Well, I don't know what the fuck is up with me this week.
Oh, Rimney says all 3 are now signed for by Barry Dick.
By Barry. Right.
Barry,
is
you
there an
greedy
address
cunt.
for Barry?
Jersey just full of cows, says Carla Vodgy. Facts. Absolute facts, Carl. Yes, they are. Common sense fails, says Balrock. I don't understand it, right? How can you as a company allow someone to surely if you typed into the address part on the website PO Box 431 enter, it should go, "We don't deliver to PO boxes." Like, it should have stopped there.
You know what I'm going to do?
It should have stopped there. Then when you print the label and stick it to your parcel and the Parcel Force man comes to your house and picks it up and he goes, "It says PO Box 431. It should then stop at least there, right? At second stage, it should have stopped. Then it goes onto a boat. From the boat, it goes across to the mainland UK. It then goes through a sorting office. There's like 2 or 3 occasions there where it should have been stopped. Onto a lorry or truck before the delivery driver, and let's face it, he's probably the lowest paid of all the people so far in the chain, who goes, "Oh, we can't deliver there."
We could all send letters like in Harry Potter.
Should we all send letters to Barry Dick? Wait, we must know where he signed for it. We could mail spam Barry Dick here, Luce.
Barry Dick.
Barry Dick. Colton Blade, yes. Let's do Harry Potter letters to Rimney. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
I reckon Barry Dick is a name that a depot gives when they have to sign something
Yeah,
back.
that's
on
why I
site.
don't think it's a real name.
Yeah.
Because he knows it'll be on all the tracking information. So I don't think it's a real name. I think it's a fake name. But what a fucking shit company. Like, how does it get to the point where it's literally in the back of a van before they go, oh, by the way, we can't deliver this?
When are the Great Hall Shield Wall team tops coming? Asking for a friend.
Do we want Great Hall Shield Wall team tops, James?
That's a mouthful. Great Hall, Shield Wall, Top
Yeah.
teams.
Team tops.
Team
Ask me in an
tops.
hour to say it once I've drank the rest of
Right.
this mead.
I'll go for it again. Great Hall, Shield Wall, Team Tops.
Great Hall Shield Wall team tops, yeah. Do we want Great Hall Shield Wall team tops? Do we want it?
Do I have to say it every time somebody orders one?
Because I can try and design something, James, if you want Great Hall Shield Wall team tops. I can do that. But because I would use Raven and they're not cheapest of tops, I didn't think people would want them, so I didn't bother because you lot already spent enough on me, right? Just get a team tat. Committed, Carl. I appreciate that.
I've found a Barry Dick.
Have you?
Yeah, he
Okay.
works for Waitrose.
Does he?
Yeah.
Well,
We're coming for you, Barry. Where's our shit?
making you exclamation mark for Barry Dick. Oh, big shout out Datsun Des, I don't know if he's in chat. But Datsun Des did in fact remind me to make exclamation mark M4H. So for the first time, I think it was live yesterday, but I forgot about it because of all the problems that we were having. But if you exclamation mark M4H, this is the charity we are supporting this year. Exclamation mark M4H. So 10% of all the super chat revenue that's come through so far tonight is going to go to Models for Heroes. Again, exclamation mark M4H. And that will give you a link to their donation page, Models for Heroes donation page. You can donate money if you want to, because they're a charity, but you can also donate things from your pile of shame. Okay? And if you donate things from your pile of shame, they get used as model therapy for people who are either current or ex-serving armed forces, and the same goes for emergency services here in the UK as well. So they use model kits as sort of therapy, stress relief, that kind of thing. Super great charity, lovely people. The guy who owns and runs it, Malcolm, is an incredible guy, ex-forces himself. Got a lot of time for him. Exclamation mark M4H. Even if you, I mean, like bookmark the page, and if you ever get moaned at by the missus or by the husband or the girlfriend or the boyfriend or whatever they might be, and they say, you got too many plastic, think about maybe just clicking that link again and sending them some model kits, right?
Any chance we could see one of the Channel Marines and
Oh,
yes
yes, of
to the
course.
Shield Wall team tops?
Shall I email this Barry Dick?
Barry Dick.
Be like, so sorry to interrupt you.
I'd have a top but wouldn't want to embarrass you.
I'd have a top but wouldn't want to embarrass you. These tops, how do I be polite about this? Well, firstly, you would never embarrass me. You got 5 best game votes last GT. That would never embarrass our team name, to be perfectly honest with you. Secondly, these tops are designed for computer gamers, for esports gamers. I think they do many sizes, and they're quite comfortably loose-fitting unless you buy too small a size. So, the first one that Carl sent us was this chaplain on a bike, okay? Because he's a chaplain, he's obviously in black. But he picked black and red specifically because of Viking colours. He's then sent me 5 intercessors. There we go. The camera will pick it up in a minute. Maybe. 5 intercessors. I've got a heavy intercessor sergeant, a Redemptor dreadnought so far. I think that's it. He sent me, hang on. I've got lots of stuff on my desk. I have a busy desk. You shut up, chat. Somewhere on my desk is my letter from him, which was very nice, and has the recipe for the chapter. So what I can do is I can make a thread that no one can comment on, post the recipe in chat with the colours that he used. If people want to send chapter models to the PO box for the channel to use as a Space Marine chapter, that'd be cool. I think that's amazing. And Carl just did this off of his own back. Like, he didn't message me about it, he just did it and sent it to the PO box. What a fucking legend. What a hero. Right? He told me the reasons. Hang on. I'm still here. I haven't gone far.
Oh man, there's over 100,000 people that live in Jersey.
There are over 100,000 Barry Dicks, though. So it says solar depot, so it hasn't shipped across it, so I reckon it's in the UK. Right, okay. Right. My letter from Carl.
Fun fact, Parcel Force is still owned by Royal Mail. You would have thought they would have shuffled it across to the posties instead of Parcel Force.
Are you serious? So Parcel Force is still owned by Royal Mail and they couldn't deliver to a Royal Mail PO box?
I bet you it's that whole, that's not my job.
What a
attitude.
bunch of cunts. So, Carl, here are some more Power Armor boys for the channel. Heavy Intercessor Sergeant ×1, Intercessor ×4, Intercessor Sergeant ×1, Redemptor Dreadnought. Be advised, the primary guns for Redemptor are all friction fit. The secondary gun are magnetised. What a hero, even magnetise it. Painting-wise, it is base coat black with the colour number from Vallejo. One grey, black, blue by Vallejo. So I can give you guys the rough colours. I'm not expecting people to, by the way, to go out there and buy all the Vallejo colours that Carl's listed because I feel like that's unfair.
How easy would it be to scratch build walls to go with the starter set in boarding actions? Thinking about building a set of a chaos ship with eyes, mouths, and vascular systems on the wall panels.
Do you know what, Neil? I don't think it would be that hard to do it. I don't think it'd be too difficult, to be fair. Also, if you've got the walls themselves, I think it'd be pretty easy to put green stuff on them. So, I think that's achievable. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Neil, for your donations.
Do you want to hear a fun fact?
Hang on. So yeah, I'm not expecting you guys to buy all these colours, of course, because it'd be silly if you're buying all these colours just to paint a Space Marine for the channel. He said, I know you and the others have a lot going on in 2023, so I hope this helps a little bit and is also a way of saying thank you for all the stuff you've done. See what I mean about you guys, chat, being so amazing?
Chocolate hobnobs.
Thanks. This is what I mean. This is when I say I nearly quit, but thank you. I can extend that a little bit more in just a moment. Things like this, I know you and the others have a lot going on in 2023, so I hope this helps a little bit and it's also a way of saying thank you for all the stuff you've done. Stuff we've done. We just come on camera and act like fucking idiots. That's not, we haven't done anything for you people. All the best for you and the family and the team. Regards, Carl. Oh, here we go. P.S. Black was chosen as it represents death in Viking culture, whilst red represents power and danger. And that's why he's picked the black and red colours. What a fucking what a hero. So and this is what I'm saying. When I say nearly quit, thank you, chat, there's actually been a couple of times in the YouTube career, maybe one time since going full time, where I've gone, fuck this, I just need to go and get a real job again. This is too stressful. And it's coming and sitting with you people that makes it. I'll do one stream and I'm like, no, I love this. I love you people. I love this. I have people like Ayeston who's just gifted 10 more memberships. What a hero. What a hero. Luce, what's your fun fact?
Jersey isn't part of the NHS.
What?
Yeah.
So they have to have private insurance?
We have different rules to the UK, other Channel Islands and other countries. When you and your family first move to Jersey, you and your family will have to pay for most health care. Once you and your family have lived here for 6 months, you can apply for a health card.
That's amazing. Boarding actions at least means we wouldn't need as many of the...
Custodes nuts.
Thanks, Ms. Gravity. Boarding actions means we wouldn't need as many of the Channel Army to get them on stream. That's true. That's absolutely true. Cool narrative colours. I love it. That's just amazing, right? That sort of thing. Neil, get some blue stuff and hot water. Squidge it together, lay it out and press the wall into it to make a mould. Can go with silicone. Oh yeah, blue stuff. You can actually... I shouldn't encourage this, but you could just mould the walls yourself, to be fair. Right? You underestimate your value to us. Every day we do. I think, to be fair though, Kai, I think that keeps us humble, which is very important. I think it keeps us humble. And I think it's very, very important for all of us in the channel to remain humble, not to get ideas above our station, not to become egos, and just to... We are one of you and you are one of us. That's the way we've always wanted it to feel. When we go to Great Hall gatherings, when we have get-togethers, I don't want people to be nervous about approaching the team. I want people to go, we're one of them, they're one of us. We're going to go talk to them, because that's the vibe we've always gone for, right? Always, always, always. Never leave the house for those first 6 months. Can't risk getting hurt. Says Mandy, 100%. And just wrap yourself in bubble wrap. Yeah, 100%. Blue stuff is great. I've never used it. If he's going to mod the walls, I think it's okay. Yeah, I agree, Ben. I agree. 100%. That's why I read it out, mate.
Custodes.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. I love the fact that some people literally just super chat to get us to say things. It's amazing. I think everyone should be humble always, Dakota Templaris. Completely agree with you. Completely agree. I've followed people in social media in the past, on YouTube and stuff like that. In other worlds, not in 40k space. There's no one that you would be thinking of in the 40k space. And sometimes you watch them change and you go, I don't connect with this person as much anymore because they've kind of got too big for their boots. It's fair to say, some people on social media. Or you see them kind of become a bit of a sellout.
A shill.
Please, 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 please feed your kids. They look proper nesh.
You can't be mad at him, Lucy. You used your new word.
Proper Nash. Well, Nash.
Thank you, Kai, for such a massive donation again. You're a hero. I love you very much. Inks, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining us. ! Discord, come and join us in the Great Hall. Because it's a fucking cool place and it's full of cool people. It's full of amazingly cool people. It's full of amazing hobbyists. We're selling tickets currently to the DZGT at the end of January. And a load of guys from the Discord are already planning a meal out on a Saturday evening. So make sure you get your ticket. £50 to come and play for a 5-game GT. I'll be head reffing it, so I'll be there all weekend. Come and hang out. It doesn't matter if you've never played competitive before. And then I think Lehman Russ is organising the meal.
The Dempsey crew, Winters and Discern keep me sane. Ish. Don't underestimate what you do for folks.
I don't think what we do you can ever call us being sane or related to sanity, Ozzy. But thank you, man. You're a hero.
Moving to Italy soon. Can't wait to take a trip to the UK for one of the events you guys do. Maybe bring the Templar for a rumble.
Do it. Come and hang out for one of our events if you get the chance to. So it's probably significantly cheaper from Italy than it is from the US, Dakota. What are you moving to Italy for anyway? Is there a reason? Is it a job? Or is it mind your own fucking business, Liam? You just let me know. But that's a hell of a move, America to England to Italy. Is it work related? It's interesting. Anyone going to Warhammer Fest this year?
We come for the Liam and stay for the custodies.
Thanks, Will. Thanks. Warhammer Fest this year is the last weekend in April. Okay. So as far as I'm aware, it is on the 29th and 30th of April. The problem with that is the 30th of April happens to also be our 12th wedding anniversary.
That sounds like you're unsure.
It is 12th, isn't it?
Is it?
Fuck, is it actually 12?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Jesus fucking Christ. It's our 12th wedding anniversary. That's madness.
I know. And we're going to have a 10-year-old on Thursday.
Oh, no. Don't tell me that. Now, I've spoken to Games Workshop themselves.
Channel Isles, Bailiwicks, Jersey and Guernsey, and Isle of Man are Crown dependencies, not part of the UK government but actually property of the Crown.
That's weird. Don't you think? That is weird.
If you are off sugar, how can you drink meat?
It's natural sugar, it's fine. I haven't put sugar in it. It's not refined sugar. It's just natural raw honey.
Notice how he was really quick with that answer, Kai. It's like he's read up on it and he's got them ready.
And also, today, I just need the fucking sugar anyway. But I was told by Cornet Ed that mead is good for you.
Well,
honest officer.
You are all amazing and you work your ass off to entertain all of us lowly people. Please don't lose heart. We all love you and your rants. Your streams certainly lift my spirits.
Thank you, Kurosvar. You're amazing. To be clear, if I'd have quit last night mid-boarding action stream, I'd have still been doing this stream tonight. It's not like I would have quit, gone on a Mardi for 3 weeks and you wouldn't have seen me. I would have come back tonight and we would have been back on the game stream on Tuesday. But it was one of the, it was just an epiphany I had today. Sat in a chair with Josh putting his prick in me. And I was sat there thinking to myself, actually, if we'd have had say for example, we'd have had 90 people watching and chat was a bit dead and people were just complaining about the stream quality, it would have been actually really easy to just turn it off.
Chips for the kids fund.
Thanks, Rick Jagger. It would have been really easy just to go, stream off, fuck it. How many times in life when you're doing something, it could be DIY, it could be a work piece, it could be a college piece what are they, dissertation or whatever it might be. How many times do you get to a point where you fuck it and you go, bollocks to this, I'm just putting it down for a while and walking away? We all do that, right? I feel like we all do that quite a lot. I've had it painting models where I'm trying and it just doesn't look right and I'm like, bollocks, I'm putting this down, I'm going to come back to it later. And then you come back to it later and you do something, whatever it is you're doing, you do something and it just works straight away. It just happens. Sometimes that just happens, okay?
So wouldn't do a Joe and go home sad?
No, Carl, wouldn't do a Joe, go home sad. But those things happen to all of us all the time, I feel, right? We all have those moments. And I think yesterday would have been very, very easy for most people, myself included, actually. And I'm someone who doesn't give up easily. It would have been very easy for most people just to go, it's a BT problem. We've discovered that it's a BT problem, so it is entirely out of our hands. Just fucking turn it off and say, sorry, chat, it's not working, off. And I actually was really close. When I say I nearly quit, it's not like I quit being on YouTube or quit streaming. I fucking love this. You cunts are stuck with me. But I'm specifically talking about last night's experience, which is why I'm saying thank you, chat. Now, in seriousness, we could open this up to the wider. There's been a couple of times where I've wanted to walk away because it's wildly stressful working for yourself, trying to bring money in, and then through YouTube, of all things, and trying to show people you're worth super chats and you're worth memberships and gifted memberships so that you can, all joking aside, pay the bills, feed the kids and put a roof over your head. However, the chat is the community, actually, not just chat. So chat's important, but the community in general is the big thing that pulls us through all the time. And last night's support was just really special to the point where we ended the evening and I wasn't in a terrible mood. I was annoyed, but I wasn't in a terrible mood. And I didn't wake up this morning in a terrible, grumpy mood. And we actually ended up putting a stream out until nearly 10:30. We played 2 games of boarding actions and we put some content out. We got on with it. And that's because of you guys. Like, genuinely because of you guys. It's amazing. So you guys are all incredible. Chips for the Kids Fund's amazing, by the way. So do not worry. We're not going anywhere. It's not like I'm actually looking to walk away from the channel. I'm never like I said, you're stuck with me because this is too much fun. And we've even got to a point in life, chat, where Luce enjoys being on streams. Like, it was a genuine consideration in your mind on Wednesday when you were going out for food with friends in the evening. Would you be back in time for stream?
Yeah, it's alright. I had Brom's permission.
Yeah,
that I didn't need to be back in time for stream.
yeah.
Bless Brom.
Yeah, thanks, Brom. Thanks. But that's the point. Is that, like, if I'd have said to Luce, probably, what month are we in? We're in January. If I'd have said to you 18 months ago that there'd be 2 to 3 times a week where I'd be sat in here streaming and you would want to be involved, you probably would have said, nah, wouldn't you? In seriousness.
Say that again.
If it's 18 months ago, I'd have said before, which is roughly just before I actually started streaming properly and doing it every single week and being consistent. If I'd have said to you then, I'm going to be doing 2 to 3 streams a week on YouTube talking about 40k, and you're going to want to be over there and be involved and have your own microphone, you'd have been, nah.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Yeah.
I know a little bit now about 40k, but even less 18 months ago.
So, but yet you're here on the stream all the time.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because it's like, I think once we got past the whole other supermarkets are available crap. Of course, everybody knows what else is available. We all manage to feed and live for the day. So I think once you get past that and you stop falling down all the cliche potholes of, and then me worrying about getting cancelled and stuff, because can you speak your mind? Are we able to have a debate and not get it thrown back in us? And anything once, and that takes such a long time to stop worrying about stuff like that.
You've got there though.
Because everybody says, oh yeah, I'd speak my mind. It's really, really hard because there are some parts of your mind that you should not speak.
But where I'm going with this particular line of questioning is, why is it that you want to come back every stream?
Because it's easy.
Because of chat?
Yeah.
Because you have that relationship with chat. Because you back and forth. You talk in chat with Type, you talk in Discord. You've been in voice chat and Discord before. You don't play 40k.
No.
And yet you're part of the community. That's when like for me, that was the eureka moment of knowing that this was a special community. Luce doesn't play 40k. Yet she'll be in voice chat talking to people in the channel. Yeah. She'll talk in Discord on the threads. She'll be in chat talking to you people, and she'll be on the microphone talking to you people. That's how I know that this is a very special community that we're building.
But we also have our event.
Which is the same. It's all part of that big community package.
But it's
right?
Our event is people who I'll chat to in the chat here are then in the flesh, in real life. So you then have that kind of organic friendship.
Boat Boy, welcome to the channel as a Skull tier member. You're a hero. I think I've already grabbed inks as well. Exclamation mark Discord, sir. Come and join us. Those dice you sent me, thanks, Luce, are the best I have. You really need to do matte dark red dice. I told you, when people I think I might like them, and every single person who's got our dice have been like, these are the nicest dice I've ever had. That's Lucy's work.
What about that new tattoo you mentioned on stream last night? Did it turn out how you wanted?
So, so I sat in the chair at 10 o'clock this morning, and I got out of the chair at 4:30 this afternoon. 6.5 hours of fucking torture because I was tired. So stream, if you care, which you probably don't. A friend of mine who I met through 40k, funny old thing, is a tattoo artist, and so I go and see him every now and again for a session because he's a friend of mine. And so we put we put all the white and shading into the boat now. You can't fucking see it because I'm moving around like a special kid. The red on the anchor's in. We did the medal there with my youngest name on it. We started putting all the blending in. We started to build the grenade as well.
Luce is the true hero of the channel. A shield maiden through and through.
This is the true... Fuck you, Ed. I thought we were friends. Thanks for the donation, though. So, yeah, the big one for me was the medal. So, if you've ever seen my other arm, I've got a medal in here, which is a World War I medal, which has my firstborn son's name in it because it's a World War I medal. And this one now is a World War II medal with my secondborn son's name in it. It's second to World War II. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until today when I explained that to my artist, Josh, and he was like, oh, that's cool. Like, did you not figure that out? He's like, no. I was like, okay, cool. Right, fine. Hang on, I'm missing some chat
You're
here.
such an animal. You just burped down the microphone.
I did not.
Yes, you did. You went...
That's not burping, is it?
That's a burp. Such an animal.
Luce just enjoys talk of feeding her children so much. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little loose poster made up like the cat from Shrek, like Puss in Boots with that big. Please. World War II great sequel, says Dakota. Third kid for World War III. I have a World War III leg sleeve planned. Don't you worry. I love the dice. You guys are awesome, and my praises to the maker. So the maker of our dice is a guy called Baron of Dice. His actual name is Stevie, but he's called Baron of Dice. That's his company name. So you can Google search Baron of Dice. It'll come up with his website, and he makes tons of custom dice with lots of different logos and logos on that might be slightly similar to Games Workshop logos, but not quite the same because IP's a thing. So you can go onto his website and order some dice. If you support him, great. We get nothing for it. I would actively encourage you to go and support him anyway because what he does, he's a one-man band, and what he's kicking out is just really good quality. Luce stumbled across him. Luce found him, actually, when looking for a dice maker for custom-made dice. There's a number of different companies we found in different parts of the world, and it just was never truly custom. It was just like custom-made dice, and here's the drop-down for all the colours that you can have, and here's where you upload your logo, and we're just going to make you some dice. Stevie took the time to talk back and forth with Luce via emails, and we came up with a number of different ideas and iterations.
You figured out how to change bed sheets? Custodies.
One step further, Ben. We just didn't change them tonight. So Stevie was amazing at actually planning out our custom dice.
I subbed for Luce. Liam came with the property.
Thanks, Ricky. I think a lot of people did that. And then the long and short of it is the black and white that you've seen on stream is the end result of Stevie and Luce's work, talking back and forth. I wanted something more complicated.
Look forward to seeing you at my first DZTV event this month. Smiley face.
Miss you, Brian. Have you been kicking John's dick in with the new Harlequins rules yet? So I wanted something more complicated for the logo, and between them, fucking hell, you lot.
I only subbed to 2 channels, Liam and VT. Both are fun to watch and both have technical issues. Now feed your kids.
Love you, Mandy. Thank you. It's okay to tell us that we're the favourite, though. That's all right. It's like looking at your 2 children and picking a favourite. It is okay to do that, isn't it, Luce?
No, it is not.
It's okay to look at one of them and go, you're my favourite.
No, it is not.
No, it is.
No.
It's okay to do that in front of both of them as well.
No.
So the end result of the conversations back and forth between Luce and Stevie is the dice that you've seen on stream. I wanted something different. This was what they built, and they're perfect. I couldn't be happier with the outcome. And I am a mad fan for matte colours, and so at the moment I'm thinking that all the dice we do will all be matte.
Luce, don't you get F and pregnant. I am not a big fan of World War III. Custodies.
Neil, trust me when I tell you that if she does, it's not mine. It's impossible.
Not impossible. Vasectomies have been known to heal themselves after 5 years.
Look, with the fucking space hopper that it created.
I'm sorry, are you the fucker pushing it out? No.
I
Why
think
are you
I
upset
think
at
my
the
experience. I
possibility?
think my experience was worse.
No. Did your experience come with a blood transfusion? No. Did your experience come with a pushy midwife? No.
My experience came with anaesthetic that wore off.
You will never know the pain of trying to dry up breast milk. You will never know it. Honestly, it could drive a man insane. The pain. The pain! You will never know. You will not win this one. No, getting kicked in the bollocks is not a patch on the entire childbirth
How would you
journey.
know? How would you know?
You will never know.
My
There's so many.
experience-
Just one area would hurt if you got kicked in the bollocks.
My experience came with anaesthetic wearing off twice in one procedure.
I'm sorry, did you nearly die?
Yes.
No!
Yes.
No, you didn't!
Yes.
No, you didn't!
Yes, it felt like it.
Such a fanny you are, honestly.
He won't play us. Rage quit them, smiley face. However, I'm gonna stick with my soul drinkers no matter what.
It's because you're a champion, Brian. I thought you would rage quit to be it. Like my quins have gone on the shelf basically. I used them yesterday.
Very improbable, not impossible.
AB says Loose wins this one, Liam. Nope, not impossible. You may well have done it for nothing. Shut up, people. Shut up. Very improbable, not impossible. It is impossible, right? I had to sign a waiver. I had to sign a waiver. Yeah, I had to sign a waiver. I had to sign a waiver that basically said if you got pregnant, I wouldn't sue the hospital. That's
And
genuine.
it can heal itself within 5 years. There's so many babies that have been born since the vasectomy healed itself.
We've all stepped on a plug before.
Exactly, James. If just a fact as well, if we're thinking about having a vasectomy in the NHS in the UK, don't. Just grab them like you've got a balloon like that and slam them in a door. It's less painful. Probably does the same job.
Okay, Liam, now we need the story. I've heard it's painless and easy.
Oh my fucking god! It was not painless and easy, right? There's a story in this. It is 40k after dark. I feel like we can talk about it. So we will.
Would you do it again, Liam? No, but Luce had 2 kids.
Exactly. So here's how we know that childbirth isn't that bad. So if my vasectomy happened to reverse itself and they said, oh, it's reversed itself, you can come back in for another vasectomy, I'd say, fuck off.
And then I'd say, we're never having sex again.
But
And you'd go straight back in
but
there.
you went back for a second child.
You would go back. If it healed itself, you'd be going straight back.
And chat, wait for it, whose idea was the second child?
Mine.
Is it yours?
Well, at least my idea didn't nearly kill me. Your idea of child number 1 nearly did, in fact, kill me.
We won this one, chat. We won this one, didn't we? We won this one. So, when any man looks you in the eyes and says,
We should hook Liam up to a pregnancy simulator for the next chat plays. Take a contraction papoo.
let's not do that, no. It must have been pretty bad, the amount she's moaned about it.
A man pushing a kidney stone all the down, wink, is more painful than passing a child apparently.
I can believe that. Wins gravity, absolutely. Easton, thanks for gifting 5 more memberships. You're a fucking hero. Love you very dearly. We'll get to this story, mate, if you lot stop fucking tuber chatting for 5 minutes. Oh my god, it's not stopping, is it? Easton, thank you. I need to add that to my total now. We're at 450. I ain't got no goddamn 350.
350.
350. Have you seen that episode of South Park? It's amazing.
Just wanted to say that you hanging in last night made me decide to stay a member.
Oh, Dan, thanks, man. What a hero. Oh, well, I'm very glad you're one of our members, Dan. I'm very glad for all of our beautiful members. I love a massive member.
Liam is obviously a Krigsman apparently. He just keeps digging that hole deeper. How many men died from a vasectomy versus how many women died during childbirth? You aren't winning this one,
That's
Liam.
not to do with how much pain it is. That's just to do with how tough the person is, surely.
So how long did your pain last for?
Weeks.
Shut up.
Weeks. I got an infection.
Oh, I'm so... One itty-bitty infection. I'm so sorry.
I'll take you down the path. I'll take you down this journey in a moment. James Hobbs, thank you for the poo. Thank you for the poo. Goddamn Loch Ness monster. It's about that time. I love that. I need to find that episode for you. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Had a slip disc in my back. If there is more pain than that, then God help us all.
Exactly, Eston. Surely as well, pain is relative and therefore not definitive.
Oh, stop it.
Relative, right? It's the best episode of Family Guy ever. Chef's parents come down for a wedding because Chef's about to marry a succubus.
A what?
A succubus.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a demon woman.
Right.
So, like a woman. And they talk about how the Loch Ness monster kept conning them out of Tree Fiddy.
Tree Fiddy.
Yeah. It's about that time I realised. It's a fucking great episode. Anyway, right. The story of Liam's bollocks. That's where we are now,
gather
chat.
round, kids.
This is the relationship we have right now. Do we care about the story of Liam's bollocks, or are we going to skip past it? Tell me now.
We should do a poll.
We should. I don't think we should do a poll. No, I don't think we should. I mean, this is, if anything's going to get us cancelled on YouTube by YouTube, it's probably this, right? Kidney stone was evil, says Carla Hodgie. I've heard horrible, terrible things about that. So, yes, I understand. James says best domestic ever. We've had this domestic so many times.
I can see the pain behind those eyes.
There's real pain, right? Real pain here. We've had this domestic so many times. I think it's been ongoing for about fucking...
10 years?
For literally about 10 years, yeah. Absolutely. In fact, and it got worse since the vasectomy when I was like, there's no pain like it. So, I'll paint the picture for you. I used to work in a rail depot as a manager. There was many people in the rail depot as a manager who so I managed a team of 19 men, right? 19 blokes.
No, you had a woman.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. Not a Siemens, I
Did she
didn't.
go on the other one?
That was at Rolls-Royce. I had a female who worked for me. Siemens, I didn't have a female. Okay. So there was 19 of the finest men on the railway men, of course, mechanics, engineers, big birdie fuckers. And I was like, I'm thinking, we've had 2 children. I'm happy with 2 children. I'm thinking about the dreaded snip. Okay. And a number of them who worked with me had this experience, and so they'd said to me, cool, yeah, it's easy. All right, well, all right, really? Oh, you just phone up your GP, book an appointment, go through the paperwork, job's good in, you go in. Oh, every man says this. I was in and out in a day, basically back to work the next day. I was like, oh, I mean, that seems really fucking easy. Yeah, bit of anaesthetic, snip done, job out, good, drive home, rest for an evening, next day, you can pretty much go on.
They drove themselves home.
Some of them have, one of them specifically said they drove themselves home, despite the fact that the NHS does in fact say that you shouldn't. Okay. But most of them were like, yeah, could basically go back to work the next day. That'd be fine, not a problem. And I'm like, oh, cool, okay. This doesn't sound too frightening at all. Every bloke I spoke to, bar one, had the same experience. One individual told me that he'd had a bad infection. I'm like, it's an operation, right? People get infections. But of all the men I'd spoken to, one person, that's a slim chance. It's a slim chance that's going to happen. I'm confident about this.
But
And actually, let's be honest with you, genuinely, this is a problem as well. This is actually a problem as well. I'm not even being funny right now. This is a problem.
Okay.
It is significantly easier for a male in the UK to be sterilised than it is for a female.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, so I just have to phone up to her one and they're like, yeah, right. Luce gets 21 questions and she gets asked if her husband gives permission. That's wrong, to be fair. Anyway, because it was easier for me to do it, I was like, cool. I'll shoulder this burden.
Oh, shut up.
And I was like, I'll be the brave man that has this procedure because everyone else has told me it's super fucking easy. Right? So it sounds brave, but everyone's told me it's easy. Tim, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. If you're in chat and you haven't accepted gifted memberships, please make sure you turn on accepted gifted memberships by clicking Tim's box and turn on allow gifts, because at the moment, Tim has given away some gifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of his gifts have been given away, and that means there's 13 yet to go. And if the 13 go, you guys win yourselves, one of you, a £100 voucher. Anyway, so I was like, I've been told it's super easy, so I will do the procedure. Cool. And I was like, babe, I'll be the brave man. It's fine. Okay. Anyway, finally the procedure comes. It's during COVID times. It's during the COVID times. But the procedure comes, okay, and I'm like, okay, it's fine, not a problem. They have sent me a letter through saying you shouldn't take yourself there or bring yourself home. So can you get yourself a driver? Brom, I'm gonna go and get the bollocks chopped off, basically. So can you be my driver? Brom's like, yeah, of course I can be your driver. Brom takes me in. I'm like, I won't be long. Honestly, they say in and out, and I'll be back out in the car park. He's like, not a problem, Liam. I will wait here for you. In I went, and I got brought through to the doctor's office. As I was...
TBF, I feel for you, Liam. Went through it myself after my snip. Ended up with an abscess on my right bollock, went to the size of a small apple.
My chat's everything's froze on my computer. Oh, this is stupid, wasn't it?
So Liam doesn't keep them globes clean.
No, that's not what we're saying, Carl. All right, let's not be putting words in
What
my
I'm
mouth.
hearing
all right?
is I'm the harder worker because you took Easy Street. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh, all Tim's memberships have actually now been gifted out, so there is going to be a voucher going. All right, there will be a voucher coming. I've now had to refresh my stream. We're here. We're working again. Cool. Thank you, people. You're beautiful. We will be doing a giveaway. There will be a £100 giveaway tonight. You're amazing. So anyway, I got pulled through to the doctor's office, the first part of the room before we go into the little operating theatre, right?
Yeah.
And he sits down. This is the point in which he says, I need you to sign this waiver that basically says you're not going to sue the NHS if your missus gets pregnant because it can reverse itself and there is a 0.01% chance that it isn't a successful procedure. I was like, I mean, it makes sense. That's fine. Okay. We are adopting America's sue culture. Sign away, not a problem. And then he was like, so this is the procedure. I really wish he hadn't talked me through it, but I guess they have to. So then I went through into the operating theatre, right? And there's his bed there, and this pathetic little like fold away curtain thing. Okay. And he was like, if you can, so I've been told to wear loose fitting underwear.
So does the size of the testes matter for the snip in the same way as having a VJJ the size of a wind tunnel might for giving birth?
I don't. That's an amazing super chat, guys. I don't think it matters. No, I think it's the same amount of pain for men no matter what. But some women, they just walk out. Anyway, so he said, just go behind. So he said, wear loose fitting underwear, wear loose fitting jogging bottoms. I've done both. I wear typically jogging bottoms and boxers anyway, right? I think just go behind the curtain and slip off your boxers and your trousers and lie on the bed.
There's no unperverted way to say that from a
There is no
doctor,
unperverted way.
I feel
But
like.
he's a doctor, right? So he's just used to saying this. It's fine. So I walked behind the curtain. I slipped everything off. I'm like, oh, it must be cold in here. So then I lied down, and he's like, there's some tissue we provided you to cover yourself. So when we come behind the curtain, you can protect your modesty. I'm like, I'm bottom half naked in front of people I don't know.
You're
It's
operating
not real.
on my modesty.
And I got this little tissue, and I was like, like, fucking hell, doc, already? Like, what's this? So you place that on your lap, right? Like, I'm not creating any fucking wigwams here, am I? This isn't happening, okay? Then what happens is the curtain gets pulled back. It's the same old doctor plus his nurse female friend. And I'm like, she wasn't in here. What's this all about? This is my assistant. Of course it is. Great. And at this point, I feel like she was already sniggering, okay? So then he goes, so he's like,
Mate had a vasectomy. Halfway through, doctor stopped, said look what I've cut out while dangling part of his tubes in front of him. No thanks.
we'll get to that part, Pickle Nick. Your mate's correct, right? We'll get to that part. So then what he says is, we're going to start. Are you okay? And I'm like, yes. Now, it's also COVID, and I'm in a face mask, and I get mild claustrophobia and things like face masks. I don't like it. So I'm already sweating a little bit uncomfortable because I don't like... You know me, I hate having face masks, and I'd rather not go into a shop and just fucking grizz it than have to put a face mask on. Now, when I had to put one on, I put one on. So I'm sat in my face mask, and then he just delicately removes his tissue, right?
What was the point then?
Exactly. I might as well not put that on, right? And at this point,
I reckon that was for your tears.
with like an 80-year-old man and a young woman in a room like that looking at me, it's like a fucking press stud, okay? It's basically, at this point, it's basically an innie, not an outie, okay? And he's like, I'm going to have to try and work with them so I can drop them down because I need to be able to get access to the tubes. I'm like, I mean, okay, right, you didn't explain this part to me, but fine. He then breathes on his hands to warm them up.
Oh.
Puts some gloves on, so that first part was pointless.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Proceeds to Tarzan swing off me bollocks, right? I mean, he might as well have had his leg on the fucking bed, and I'm like, that was fucking horrible. He's pulling on my nuts, right, at this point, to try and distend them. In the end, he goes,
I wasn't expecting this tonight.
welcome to 40k After Dark, Carl. This is how it goes, right? So, after he'd been yanking for a good 10 minutes, and not the good kind of yanking, chat, like honestly trying to swing from them, he goes, so the left one is just not coming down, But it's okay because I used to do the procedure the old way. So the new way is one small incision in the front. The old way was 2 small incisions from the side. I was like, right, okay. He says, if it doesn't come down, I can just go in from the side. Right, okay. So next thing, he gets anaesthetic. Right, it's a fucking great big needle, and I'm like, oh no. And I'm okay with needles. I mean, look at my fucking arms. I'm okay with needles. And he goes in and he anaesthetizes me. That's fine. And he's like, can you feel anything? No. I'm going to start. Okay. He gets the scalpel and he starts to cut. He said, can you feel anything? No. And he's going in through the front. I'm like, cool. This is fine. I can't feel anything now. Whatever. This is what people explained. Apart from Tarzan, this is what people explained to me, right? Apart from Tarzan and the embarrassing tissue, this is what people explained to me, right? So he's then doing his thing, and you can feel him like rummaging around, which is just not very nice. And the next thing, he gets out these like fucking basically snips, and he hands out what looks like a fucking fishing maggot, and he goes, just so you can see, this is the bit I've cut out. I don't need to see that. I didn't need to ever see that. Why have you shown me the bit of the tube that you've cut out? What? I was like, okay. And he took it away.
Thanks for the flashbacks to mine.
Exactly, see? No one had a great experience. This is just a fucking lie when someone says it was easy. Then he gets the cauterizer, right? I'm now going to cauterize it, which is essentially a fucking soldering iron, then, right? And what they do is they burn the tips so that it cauterizes it. Just exactly what it says on the tin. It cauterizes it, right? Okay. So he gets his cauterizer, and I watch it slow motion go down to below where I can't see. Now, luckily, at this point, I've still got a little bit of a dad belly, so I can't see everything because my dick's disappeared inside me, and so he's working below the horizon, shall we say, right? And he gets his cauterizer, and as he touches me with it, I think I went through fucking 3 floors. And he went, "Oh, did you feel that?" And I was like, "Yes."
OMG. Your doctor was Jimmy Savile Jr.
And I was like, yes, I really fucking felt that. And he went, really? And I was like at this point, I'm sweating. My eyes are watering because he's just touched my opened up bollocks with a soldering iron, essentially. So what he does then is he goes in again. Fuck. He's like, oh no, you can feel that. I wasn't lying, was I? So he went, oh, I think the anaesthetic's worn off. This is when we've discovered I have a very high tolerance to anaesthetic, apparently. He said, the anaesthetic's already worn off. That's unusual. I was like, okay. He went, I'm going to have to put another load in. I was like, okay. Now, by this point, there's already an incision. He's already cut part of the tube out, so the swelling has started. He then comes in with his next needle, and I don't think he was trying to give me anaesthetic. I think he was just trying to pop each bollock at this point. He was jousting me. Okay? Over that, he was just doing it with his eyes shut, just trying to get it like the. Eventually, he gets the anaesthetic in. One of the most uncomfortable experiences of my fucking whole life, right? And then he carries on doing his work. So he cauterizes that one. He goes in through the side for the other side with his little incision. He cuts the piece out. He shows me again. And I'm like, you know when I told you the first time I didn't need to see it? I don't need to see it. Right? Get my testicle maggot out my face. I'm not interested. Put it in the bin. The next time he goes, he gets the soldering iron and he says, this was the time that the anaesthetic wore off last time. I was like, yeah, I know. Yeah, he went. And this is true. He genuinely looks at the soldering iron. He looks at his tool. He looks at my bollocks. He looks at his tool, and he lowers it down. And as he touches me, I've never screamed like it in all my. I've dislocated vertebrae, essentially broke my neck. I've broke my ankle. I've broke my arm. I've had teeth knocked out. I have never screamed like this in all my fucking life. I reckon if there was anyone in the waiting room, they then left. It was such a shriek, right? And he went, oh, it's worn off again. I'm going to have to put a third lot in. I was wet with sweat. It was dripping off me. I was shaking. And I wasn't breathing properly because of this fucking face mask on. He puts the third let of anaesthetic in. He finishes the job. And I walked out that fucking hospital like John Wayne. And Bron was like, you look a bit pale.
This is why I got completely put under lol.
Yeah. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, Algrim, now, right? Bron walked out. Bron was like, you look a bit pale. I was like, Bron, don't ever do it. Just don't ever do it. It's horrific. I sat in the car, legs like I was doing the splits because I didn't like. If I brought my legs a little, it was like 2 space hoppers sat between my so I came home and Luce looked at me and was like, oh my god, and I waddled upstairs, sat myself in bed and stayed there for a week. And by the 3rd day, it was when Luce walked into me and I was sobbing. Because not only had Dr. fucking Torture ruined me for the day, but I also gained an infection on one side, on one of the incisions that swelled up, and eventually I let Luce look at it.
I've informed my partner I have a new fear.
At one point, because I didn't want Luce, I was just like, no, you don't look at it. It's a massacre down there. You'll think less of me. I think I'm halfway through a fucking operation at this point. Like, and then eventually I let you look at it. So Luce used to be a carer, so she had training in infections and stuff like that. And Luce looked at it once and went, oh, that's infected. I was like, brilliant, okay. Then I had to go on a course of antibiotics.
It was when we were a few days into recovery and you weren't sleeping.
Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face.
Thanks, Keith.
Smiley face, smiley face.
Yeah, you weren't sleeping. You obviously weren't eating because you're in so much pain.
I was in bits.
I think it was on like day 3 that I said, are we finally ready to admit we might need the doctor now?
I try and be a bit of a tough... Luce will tell you, she hates it. I try and be a bit of a tough guy. I don't like going to the doctors. I don't like getting medicine. I just like to fucking grizz it and get on with it. I don't like being sick. And half the time I'm like, I just ignore it. If I ignore it, it's not there. I'm not sick, I carry on. And I know a lot of people are going to go, you don't have to be macho. You don't have to be alpha male. It's just, it's not like I'm trying to be alpha male. It's just me. I don't like accepting defeat. I don't like being ill. I don't like being unwell. I don't like using the doctors. I like trying to be a tough guy. So when it got to day 3 and I was like, yes, you can look at it. I think that was the point that she went, oh, wow, there's actually something wrong. Oh, there's actually something going on here. So at that point, she did get a glance and she was like, is it actually definitely infected? I was like, oh, because it was so painful. So painful. And then we got antibiotics and eventually it cleared up and things were okay and I was not afraid to piss anymore. So, you know. That's the story. So I can't remember who it was who asked specifically for the story. Someone in here specifically asked for the story. I'm not sure who it was who asked for it. There you go. Who was it? Let's find it. Dan, Rick. I think it was Rick Jagger who asked for it. Rick Jagger. Okay, Liam. Now we need the story. I've heard it's painless and easy. There you go, Rick Jagger. That is my experience. That is my experience of visiting the NHS and playing bollock jousting. Okay? It's still easier than having a third child, though, right? Yeah, but that's not because of the pain, yes. And that's just the fucking moaning. A dude I went to school with had the anaesthetic wear off during his circumcision. His description of how it felt was disturbingly similar to this. Nightmare fuel. Yes, Boris. Nightmare fuel indeed. Exactly. Hence, I wouldn't be having another one, but Luce had a second child. I'm just saying.
Yeah, my second
I still remember the first video you did after that.
I mean, I don't think this is the first time I've told that story. I think that's probably the best way I've ever told that story, was that last one. Like airport rant, but not a rant.
There was something I noticed.
Jeez, thought of a snip myself, but no, thank you.
Go on.
There was something I noticed after having both boys. I was quite lucky in that even though James was very, very touch and go, I was still able to have them completely naturally. But you don't realise how much of your stomach muscles and your core muscles are affected when it's the lower anatomy that's had trauma. Because even though childbirth is natural, it's still a massive trauma. So when you had your vasectomy, did you find that, like, sitting up in bed, actually there was a whole, like, abdominal core muscle thing that you thought? Not
massively, no. I mean, I have that problem anyway just because I'm a bit fat.
Shut up.
At the moment, we're going to the gym now, right? Procrastinator AI says, Doctor really dropped a bollocks on that one. Brilliant. Brilliant. Amazing. That story was the bollocks. It's Mark and Andrew Rainbow Bar. Liam, 40k streams becomes anti-vasectomy stream. Like I said to you at the start, I said this at the start of the stream, 40k After Dark. It's called 40k After Dark. There's very little 40k involved normally. Having said that, if we want to relate this to 40k, I built loads of models in bed that week. I had my little dinner tray on my lap, and I just had boxes.
Sounds like your old boy ended up looking like a Toblerone Sopeng.
Sopeng guy. Sopeng. It didn't look like a Toblerone. Well, it did look like a Toblerone if you'd attacked it with a masher.
Here's to your bollocks. For days.
You wanted the story, Rick. You wanted the story. I was looking into getting it done since Offside Puncher. Now, yeah, well.
But now since you've had it, everybody goes, yeah, mine got infected.
May the gods please you, poor Shaw. Grimacing face. Grimacing
Thank
face.
you, Gasty.
Grimacing face.
So, to be clear, I am glad it has been done, right? We won't go into gory details as to why, chat, of course, but I am glad I have had it done. I just need people to know the truth.
We're all about the truth.
I just want you to know what you're walking in on, right? So when you go to work tomorrow, or not tomorrow, it's Saturday, whenever you go to work next and you're surrounded by, you're in the engineering sector, you're surrounded by men, you're on a building site, you're surrounded by men, and you say to your colleagues, your friends you say, I've been thinking about having a vasectomy, and they all go, easy, in and out in a day, easy, easy. They're fucking lying to you, and they're doing it so you go through their pain, right? Do not trust them. If there's one thing I've learned about men and friends, they're all fucking arseholes. All right? Do not trust them.
Doctor. Custodes nuts are sore.
Thanks, Rob. Dutch is happily not interested in that operation. It's the wisest choice, mate. I think the fact that we have 236 likes tonight does mean we really need to watch you suffer. Well, yeah, absolutely. I was watching the chat at the time, Gaz, and realised I was telling my testicle story to 270 people at that point. I was like, oh dear. We've reached a new low just for likes. I've had mine. I had the same kind of thing happen to me, says One Muscle Will. So they all fucking come out the woodwork after you tell your story. After you tell your story, every bloke goes, oh yeah, mine was shit as well. I'm like, why is this still a thing? Yeah. How do we still allow it?
Would you rather go through that again, or play Quins against leagues, especially with that sexy new 5+ invulnerable that they don't deserve?
I tell you what, James, I'd probably rather go through that again, to be honest with you. Got a little way to go before I have to consider that. Yeah, well, I mean, it's okay now. But if you'd have asked me at the time, I would have 100% told you whilst I sat in my bed, legs apart because I couldn't close them because of the swelling, sweating like a fucking paedophile at playgroup, sat there, and you said, do you think it was a good idea? I'd be like, no. No, I'd rather try a home job.
What, getting hold of that old dusty Bible and slamming it
just,
on you?
Just bunch them all throughout your hand and slam them in the door. I'm telling you, it's the easiest way, right? Maybe they had better doctors and didn't get an infection. I mean, that is also possible, Mandy, of course, yeah. 200 people are now a no bean of roasting marshmallows. My girl did have an op to have her bits removed because of cancer treatments. Crap, I want babies. That sucks, but I mean, better that she's with us, Dutch, right? At least. Every cloud and all that. And then they lie so they can have someone else in the Wounded Knackers Club. Animals. They are animals. That's exactly that. Fucking animals, all of them. Men are arseholes. Tie them off. Yeah, exactly. Like they do with sheep. I've seen that on Clarkson's farm. Put a big...
Yes, but they're also brand new.
So watch
lambs.
Clarkson's farm, right? Apparently, all you have to do is essentially get like a fucking... You know, you get them black twists that you get with electric cables. Just twist that on every day. Twist it once tighter. Eventually, it'll just drop off. Job done. Easy. Problem solved. That's probably going to work. It. Don't do that, by the way. Definitely don't do that. And definitely don't be like, Liam Dempsey on YouTube told me to do this. Because that's a silly idea. By the way, team, in 7 minutes, the stream will end. Now... We have had over 100 memberships tonight.
Oh, wow.
Which means for 2 nights in a row, you pack of cunts, I'm going to give away another £100 voucher. It also means we're only 89 away from another £100 voucher. So if every single one of you 249 people gifts 1 membership, you'll get a second voucher. And a third one for that matter, actually, at this point. So I have the giveaway button up and running because you lot did get yourselves to 100 plus new members. The giveaway bot has been running in the background. Currently, there are 62 eligible users. How do you become an eligible winner? You just have to chat and be a member. That's it. Super chats also count. Just chat and chat, be a member.
Everybody put the word bollocks.
Yeah. Just chat and be a member, right? That's all you have to do. If you're not a member, you can't win. If you don't put a comment in chat, you can't win. You have to do both of those things to be a eligible user, right? We've jumped up to over 70 eligible winners already. When we go to just before loose fact, I'll roll the dice. I'll click roll it, and Nightbot randomly selects one of you and will comment in chat for me with whoever the winner is, and that's how you know that it is completely and utterly randomized because Nightbot posts it.
I will have my husband go through this after we have 1 to 2 kids. I will tell him you said it was painless and easy.
Mandy, I will video call him and tell him that it's painless and easy.
Because you're an animal.
Because I've had it done to me, so it's past the fucking parcel time, right? Past the parcel time, Mandy. So if you want, I will phone him and be like, I've had it done. It was painless and easy. There you go, job done.
Did it in my lunch hour.
Did it in my lunch hour, literally, yeah. Will the Discord get a vasectomy stories channel now? I mean, it's probably enough. We've jumped up to 120 eligible winners. Well done, people. Anyone who's chatted, because when I'm going to draw it, you'll already count, right? Because it will take the last 15 minutes of comments from the point in which I draw it. So if I draw it in 5 minutes at 11 o'clock, everyone who's just commented will be involved in the giveaway, okay? So, amazing. I like how much you like laughing at my pain.
I can't believe I spent the first 2 days. Because day number
Laughing.
1, you're going to be swollen and sore. So it was, don't move for anything except for the toilet. I will sort out dinner and cups of tea. And day 2, you looked worse. So day 2, I was like, I think it's already going a bit downhill. And you powered through, insisting it was fine for a whole 24 hours in unbelievable pain. And finally,
when can we order dice again, sir?
When can you order dice again? So we haven't. So I have to get the tax bill out of the way this month, and then once I've got the tax bill out of the way,
could be worse. Some numpty could rip a page in a collector's edition book, or a man-child could come to your house weekly to empty your fridge.
True. I have both of those things, Yeston, as you well know.
Custordes. Custard tit. S-he-he.
I don't know what that was. Thank you. Thank you for the super chats, your heroes. All of you people super chatting are amazing. I love you very dearly, so thank you. Like I said, 10% of it will go to Models for Heroes. Okay, so thank you so much for being amazing people. You're all incredible. I love you very dearly. And it makes the sting of a £100 voucher a little bit less stingy, right?
What, like you just said?
Yeah, Kistellan, just because I know you're in chat, I have seen, by the way, that you are in the giveaway. So you have a chance of winning. Cass thinks all the giveaways are rigged.
No.
And he never gets a voucher. But I can see your name there. You're in with a chance of winning, Cass, right? You've got 3 minutes, people. If you haven't commented already, comment. We've got 128 eligible winners currently on Nightbot and 266 people in chat. If you're not a member and you want to be in with a chance of winning a £100 voucher, either make sure you've got gifted memberships turned on and hope someone snipes you and click ! Snipe me, or just become a member of your own volition, of your own choice.
Pickle Nick, someone I work with, did an accidental self-vasectomy jumping over a fence.
Oh, that sounds worse. That sounds much worse. That's much, much worse, isn't it? Top prize, testicle maggots. Yeah, we should give that away instead, right? Let's face it, Cass will say it's rigged. Even if he wins, he will, yeah? If Cass wins it, should we just re-roll it? Should we do that? Valhalla Rising Season 2 is on Netflix. I've not watched Season 1 yet, to be honest with you. I am going through Vikings all over again. And I've got a whole day Sunday.
To answer your question, I'm moving for the army, taking a PLT, but we were busy talking about balls.
We were busy talking about balls, absolutely. Know who? You have to ! Snipe me, all one word. So write ! Snipe me, all one word, no gaps, right? And then you'll get a little message from chat, and someone out there might try and snipe you with a gifted membership like Kianon's just done. Have you got gifted memberships turned on? Know who? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. You got it. There you go. Nailed it. Straight. Look at that. It worked.
What's that?
The process worked. Know who said snipe me. Didn't quite get the command right. But what he's saying is, someone please give me a membership. Kianon came in with a single gifted membership. And know who got the gifted membership.
Oh.
That's fucking amazing. Which means I've got to add 21 to the current total, I think. Let me have a quick gander. Yeah, 21 to the current total. Which is 471. 471. Maths, yo. The rules also are, if you go over the goal total, you get to set the new goal total. Just so you know. Evening, dear stuff. Welcome. A bit late. Legendary snipe that, yeah, 100%. Nailed him first time. Bang! Done. Neil Ross at work did crush a nut when he put a Lynx A Lynx bonk on the back of the Land Rover trapped one. Oh no! Stop it, Gaz. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear that. Only I can tell testicle stories, right? Lightning has struck. Absolutely. Bam. Welcome. I'd like to turn them on for Titans. I'd like to turn them on for Titans. What? Gifted memberships? Should be easy enough. Lost Remnant gifted another one. Hero. Do headshots count? Yes. Yes. Just Paul got one. Just Paul. Not Tony Walker, who's put exclamation mark snipe me alert. Tony's desperately wants to be a member. So does Andrew McRae. Look at all these people who really want to be members, but don't want to spend their own fucking money. Shocking. And it's 11 o'clock, which means before we draw the giveaway...
Half of all bank robberies take place on a Friday.
I mean, it's relevant as well because it's a Friday. That's got to be bollocks.
I'm not ever going to a bank on a Friday.
Why would a bank robbery only be on a Friday? Do you think it's because people deposit the money all week, and that's the logic the bank robbers have?
Or maybe that's like because Saturday. Well, I don't know. Banks are open now on a Saturday.
Banks are open on a Saturday. I don't know. That can't be a real fact, can it?
I wonder what day of the year banks have the most money in them. It can't be near Christmas because everybody spent it.
What day of the year?
What is there one day of the year that they have the most money in? I don't think it'll be December because everybody spent it. And January, the money's still not there because everybody's spent on credit cards or whatever. I wonder if it'll be randomly like March or something.
Well, if you think about it, January sales, so everyone's spending money normally. February, you've got Valentine's.
Money being spent again.
So, you know, because women cost. March, average to nothing.
Summer holidays, because you have probably about 2 months that people are on
Is March St. Patrick's Day? Is it 17th of March or 17th of April?
Yeah,
17th of March. So people drink lots of Guinness. April is Easter. May's clear-ish. June and July and August are summer holidays and people going away.
Yeah.
And then as soon as we get back from August,
We're on to Halloween.
we're on to Halloween. Then we're on to Christmas. When is the best time that people got money in?
I reckon it'll be May then. May-ish.
Tax day. Well, yeah, just before. Right. So that's your fact. Apparently, if you're in a bank on a Friday, you're more likely to be involved in a bank robbery. Just saying. We have had 1, 2, 3 more gifted memberships. You guys are heroes. Thank you for sniping people. Putting us just shy of Big Bad John McCardle's new target of 475. Whoever gets that last gifted membership over the line gets to pick the new total target for the end of Janvier. You're amazing. Thank you. If you've been gifted a membership tonight, if you're one of the 257 people in chat and you have been gifted a membership, please make sure you use your membership bonus, right? So you're going to be in this giveaway now if you've commented. Please get yourself in Discord. Please look at the members-only content. Please use all of your membership bonuses because I genuinely believe that if you actually use your membership bonuses, you're going to go, I actually think this is worth it. I like being part of this community. And then hopefully that means that once your gifted membership expires, you'll go, this is worth my own $4.99 and I'm going to become a member myself. And if you look at some of the people in the chat who have said tonight already, one of the only channels I'm a member of, or one of 2 channels I'm a member of, they clearly feel like there's value here. People like Mandy and people like that who say, yep, you're one of the only channels I subscribe to as a member is amazing. So thank you so much for all those people that have joined, all those people that have gifted. But please use it. Please try and use it and go, oh, I actually really enjoy this. This is actually really nice. I like being part of this community. And I reckon then you'll probably stick around. Silver Crow has sniped the last person. Silver Crow, you also get to tell me what the next target's going to be. Okay, and thank you, Sarduka, for gifting 5 more as well. You lot are fucking amazing. Like I said to you at the start of the stream, thank you, chat. It's you people that keep us going. You keep us honest, you keep us going. But the Silver Crow, you hit the target. What's the new giveaway? What's the new total? You tell me the new total in chat. In the meantime, I'm going to go find my giveaway bot. 140 eligible users. Bish, bash, bosh. Oh, well, at least we're going to cover some of his postage costs from Barry Dick.
All right.
Because Rimney has gone and won the £100 voucher. Look at that. Nightbot says Rimney has won the giveaway. There you go. The community is amazing, says Rob White. Thank you so much. Cass is going to say it's a fix at some point in the near future. I have a post-vasectomy pain disorder. It isn't funny. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. Congrats, Rimney. You're a hero. Did I get a number from the person who put us over the top? So the Silver Crow. What am I looking for? The Silver Crow. Silver Crow. Silver Crow. Come on, Silver Crow. Give me a number. Give me a number, Silver Crow. Silver Crow. Where's my number? Where's my number, Silver Crow? You're not in there. Where's my number? Silver Crow. Silver Crow. Silver Crow. Doesn't even sound like Silver Crow anymore, does it?
It sounds like a noise.
It just sounds like a noise. Rimney hasn't messaged yet, so I wonder if he knows he's won. Silver Crow, I need a new number. Come on. Come on. I need a new number so I can fucking turn this stream off and go to bed. I'm tired, but I've got to be up early tomorrow to go for a new event. So tomorrow is the very quickly. Also, I'm waiting for my new total number. Tomorrow is the very first narrative event that we're ever running. I did 500. Sorry, mate, I missed it. You're a hero. Thank you so much. Tomorrow's the first ever narrative event that we're running, and I'm going to go down there to see what the fuck is going on and if it's going to work at all. Thank you, everybody who's put 500 in chat. You're all hero. I missed it, and it's wildly narrative, right? 2023 chat goal. Chat donates 25k. You shave the beard. No. Not a chance. Yeston. Not a chance, I'm afraid, sir. Not happening. Not happening. Rimney said woo. Okay, Rimney, DM me on Discord, man. You've got my details on Discord, right? So DM me. I'll sort you out your voucher. It'll be tomorrow morning, so make sure you do me. Not tomorrow morning, sorry. Sunday morning. So you and Crisis, Sunday morning, I'll sort out £200 worth of vouchers. You're killing me, chat. You're killing me.
2023 goal. Chat donates £25,000. You shave the beard.
How many other streamers give away a £100 voucher every single time you do 100 memberships? Just Varak doesn't do that, right? You know, just saying. How many other channels do this? I like to give back to you people. You're amazing people. And like I said at the start of the stream, after last night's experience, it's because of you people. So thank you. All 243 of you that are still with us tonight right now, thank you so much for being the fuel that keeps this channel going, because the words of encouragement were amazing. The banter, the jokes, the shade was incredible. We appreciated it. It was amazing that you just stuck around through those problems. Super appreciative. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And thank you for being the best community and the best chat that any channel can ask for, because you're just amazing. I think I speak for me and the team and for Luce when I say that we're just incredibly proud of the community that we're building, and you're all amazing. Isn't that right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see? She thinks so too. Anyway, I also, did you notice I wore this for Valrak tonight? Just saying. Just saying. I think there might be a stream on Sunday. No promises. No promises. There might be a stream on Sunday. If not, we will return on Tuesday with another members-only game. Probably more boarding actions because we all love it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.